What is going on, everyone? And welcome back to another episode of Just My Opinion. Thank you so much for tuning in. We really do appreciate it. This right here is Power Book 3, excuse me, Season 2, Episode 9, titled Antitrust. I do not have a lovely synopsis to read for you, but that's okay. Guys, we want to let you know that this is going to be spoiler-filled. We're going to spoil it up, down, left, right, in, and out. As if you've already seen it, you have been warned. Guys, as you can see, I'm not alone. I got my girl Tyra with Reviewz TV. It has been a minute since she has been through to the channel, and we just, I don't know, we just kind of came together like some magnets. Ma'am, how are you doing today?
I'm fine. I'm happy to be here. It has been a minute. I'm excited. My feet moving under here. Y'all can't see it, but my feet are going like this.
I believe you. I believe you. No, I missed you too. We have a lot of fun with these, and of course, guys, we're always gonna be doing videos and recaps and lives together and all that. We may even link up tomorrow. We've been hanging out on Sundays too. But if you love what me and Miss Tyra has to say, you can follow both of us on social media. Her handle, or both our handles on the screen. Her information is in the description box of this video. And like always, you can head over to my channel tab, and bam, she is right there smack dab in the middle. And this sister's channel is growing crazy. Guys, look at it. It's right here. She just passed 8K. She's about to pass 9K and then 10K before you know it. She got that good old Atlanta video, Halloween. Actually, it's not even updated. You got more views than that. Yeah. And so check her out, subscribe, help her get to 9,000 subscribers, help me get to 40K. But now, before all that, we got to talk about this Power. Tara, just real quick, before I talk about this episode, give me 30, 45 seconds of how you feeling about the season so far.
I think this season so far is really, really good. It's like picking up with every single episode to the point that I'm like, dang, we got one episode left. Like it's been really good so far. I think it's stood up between now and season 1. I think it's been performing really good.
Cool. I'm glad to hear it, because we really haven't. Well, I mean, we talked about it briefly. I think season 2 is better than season 1. I'm really liking it a lot. Book 3 is much better than book 2 with Tariq. I'm not just crapping on the show, but it's just, across the board, the acting and the story is more realistic. It's better acting, and I'm loving it. And I'm loving it. I've loved everything in season 2 so far, except for this past episode, Tara, Antitrust. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't trash, it wasn't garbage, but there was some things that I liked, especially with Marvin trying to turn over a new leaf and, strengthen his relationship with Jukebox, Miss Haley Kilgore, who's doing a hell of a great job. We got the unfortunate abuse that she had to go through last episode with the pray the gay away. God damn, that was pretty awful. That was pretty awful. But one of the things that really frustrated me starting off this episode is how they just kind of rushed through the cliffhanger of what happened last week.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, okay, it's a cliffhanger. Did Marvin die? Did Renee die? Did they make it? Are they gonna end up in a hospital? And Renee is dead. Renee is dead. What is going on? Tyra, they didn't get to smash.
I know. I was like so bad.
Damn, they didn't even get to kiss. And she's dead.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like that. It's not. And the thing, Tyra, it's not that I don't want her to die. I probably would have been more accepting of it, but they just fast forwarded it through, and we didn't get to see no heartache, no pain, no crying, no investigation, no aftermath. Just bam, cut to black. Next scene, it's the funeral.
It's so hard. Yes. I was surprised by that. Like, I thought they would leave it up in the air to where, I mean, I think we all knew deep down that it was Renee and it wasn't going to be Marvin, but I thought they would leave it lingering and have, Marvin pop up with, a shoulder brace on or whatnot, or at least have him crying over Renee in the hospital for all of 2 seconds. And then we get a quick beep, like, oh, she gone. I thought it was going to make it was very quick. And I actually laughed. I was laughing when we have Marvin I was like, this is This is like so anti-climatic for what I thought it was going to be. But I was like, okay, well, we know that Marvin made it and Renee didn't, but we already knew that. But it's cool. She's gone. If they want to say, hey, she's a side character, we didn't really care about her that much. She was just here as a plot device. There we go.
Man, no, that is horrible, man. I'm not okay with this. I'm not. Renee was fine. They had a nice, healthy, organic relationship. I mean, it was gonna be a good session too. You know it was.
I was waiting so bad to see Marvin. Marvin deserved some. Yes. Renee needed some. She got to deal with everybody and they anger issues. Oh. I was waiting. So I was like, they are building it up so intense for their relationship. And as soon, I'm like, when it goes down, it is going to go down and it's going to be great. We already been getting them lackluster love scenes from Detective Burke. I was like, oh, it's going to be so juicy, and we didn't get nothing.
Yeah, that was unfortunate, man. I've been having fun talking about her recap and being silly and stuff, but I was pissed when I saw this the first time. I was like, this is, and another thing too is they just kind of fast forwarded through old boy getting taken out as well. You know, doing their bowling, and I mean, you knew he was finna die with the narration and with from 50 and the way he coming right now. And you know, Lulu has been trigger happy or bloodthirsty this whole season. He killing this dude. He killed Crown Camacho, dumbass. But I'm happy with, I'm happy with this kill right here. You know, it was necessary. You know, later on in the episode, when not Juke, but when Marvin and Rock was at the table, he was like, hey, you know, I'm out this life kind of, but I'm still gonna come back, you know, for anybody that tries to attack my brother. You know what I'm saying? And so I like that. I did like that Lulu came through.
Lulu came through like butter. He rolled up all smooth with the gun like an old pimp. I was like, look
at Lulu. Right. Yeah, he did the damn thing right there. And you brought up one of the most annoying characters in the show. I know you. Who am I talking about?
Shannon. That's what.
Yes. When is she gonna die? When is she gonna get her bullet? Yes. Yeah. I mean, I'm sad that Sam got off the bus at the end. But you know, maybe he can tackle her. You know what I'm saying? I don't like this character.
I have never laughed so hard at Sam. Like, I laughed so hard at that scene, but I was hoping, like, at some point in the episode, I realized, like, oh man, because Malcolm has been telling her, like, she is really not going to let this go. She's going to continue to investigate. Like, she's like, it's so annoying how she has attached herself to this to no end. So I was like, maybe, you know, she'll get Malcolm off of this peace train and he'll just take her ass on out. But I was like, no, he's not going to do that. He's going to use, you know, Rock to go, this is that. Sam needs to go. You know, he's trying to be an informant. I was hoping that this would be a moment to take her out because I'm just absolutely tired of her as a character. And I'm tired of her storyline. Like, she literally has nothing else to do.
Right. She doesn't. And she's in bed with a girlfriend later on and all that. Like, what is she trying to do exactly? Just besides solve the case on who shot Howard, who shot Malcolm. I mean, is there any other angle that she's trying to pull right now that I'm not aware of? She getting on her boss nerve too. I like the captain.
Oh yeah,
Captain Batiste is funny.
He's over it.
Yeah, but is there? Am I missing something here on like her objective on what she's trying to do, or like what's?
I mean, from like the last season to this one, and I think we even have the I guess the girlfriend say something in bed, like, you don't have to prove yourself anymore just because you got this job based off of, you know, who your dad was. Nobody really cares about that anymore. You are making more enemies, you know, than anything. Like, it's not good to, you know, I don't even think, like, I don't think it's matching. I think they just needed something for her to do in the story. I wish she had a few more layers in that every time we see her, it's just not Malcolm. Like, I'm so tired of hearing her talk about Malcolm, but that's all that she does now.
Yeah, you're right. Hopefully somebody runs over her with a car, or, you know, she slips and fall, and at least let her sprain her ankle. You know what I'm saying? Something like that, but something's got to give. Maybe her girlfriend is gonna slap her in the face.
Now in the bed, you got some premium ass in your face right here. The candles lit, and you still just like before. It's an intimate moment, and you're talking about the case and Malcolm and Kanan. It is very annoying. I'm so annoyed for her girlfriend. She could do better.
Yeah, she can, and so. I don't know, guys. You guys let us know in the comment section. You guys let us know in the chat. how you think what is it, Shannon Burke is going to end. We just get her out of there. How you feel about Sam? I forget this actor's name. He's in everything.
Mhm.
But how do you feel about Sam?
Sam is, of course, on drugs. Sam is really smooth. I feel like he's funny. I like him as a character. He's very entertaining. It always sounds like he's about to spit a hot New York 16 bars every time he's talking. I like him as a character, even though, of course, on the drugs, he's kind of used every avenue to get what he needs when he wants it. Like, yeah, I like. He was like the most entertaining thing about this episode because I haven't laughed that hard at a situation since this show has started. Like his whole scenario cracked me up to no end.
Right on, right on, right on, right on. And one thing I guess that's nice about Rock right here. I can't wait. I got a few questions I'm gonna ask you later. She has the house. She has been approved and she has the keys. And I don't know. For some reason, this white lady was standing out to me, but that's not I don't know why she was. But let's I want to ask you about Sal. I liked how do you feel about Sal? He's I'm on the fence with him. I don't hate him. I don't like him. I'm on the fence with him. However, I do like the way he handled this situation. I kind of wish he would have checked old boy right here a little bit more. Just saying like, hey, he killed Dominique or like whatever his name was, or Demetrius, Jimmy, or I forgot his name. He said, we can't let that go unanswered. Like, bro, he didn't say that he wanted to go with an unanswered. He was just like, we need to do our homework, make sure that we don't bite off too much more than we can chew. I don't want to go through any doors unless we know what's on the other side. Smart. I like that. And so, but how you feeling about Sal so far in this season? Because I did like the introduction, but he got a relationship with Unique and all that. How you feeling about Sal?
Me as a person, like I love mafia movies. They're the most generic mafia, like one-dimensional characters that I have seen in a long time. I try really, really hard to get into them, but just the way that they move or just like simple stuff. Like I think when they were trying to ride by Rock's crib, it's like, oh, they got security outside. Like, of course they do. Like, you thought she was gonna roll up. Like the way that Marco handled himself, the way that the stuff went down, and when they were in the cabin, like they were just. I'm like, well, how did y'all even make it this far? Because everything y'all do is just messed up.
Right.
But
right.
he moves like any other mafia dude would. I was surprised that he went straight for Marvin and he didn't go like an eye for an eye. My son's dead, so I'm going to come for your son. I thought that's where we were going to go. But from the last episode, I think he, has, that respectability that all the mafia dudes have. But the way that Rock came at him, I was like, this was not the time to come. Like, she doesn't like play her hand that well when it's not something to benefit her. Like, it's just very like nonchalant. Like, at least play it cool until we can, finesse and figure out what we want to do. But she shows, everything. But he is, I'm not surprised at how he's acting. He's acting like any other normal mafia dude would, but that's also a crutch as far as he's concerned with Rock, because it's like they work on, like the chain of command. That's why he was so mad that Marco went around him or Marvin went around him. He has to answer to somebody and figure things out before he can even make a move in Queens, where we have Rock. She just acts and does whatever she wants to. She don't have to answer to anybody. So she knows that you have to do that first before you even come at me.
How did you feel about the interaction at the bowling alley last episode? Because she found out that Marvin effed up, and she was like, "No, no, no." And I like her reaction to that. But she went. She was as stable as the Statue of Liberty, wasn't moving at all. And he kind of showed I don't want to say weakness, but vulnerability. Just like, what's wrong with you? Why you got to act so tough and have your chest out? And she was like, I don't care about you and all these other men and yada yada yada. Like, do you? How did you feel about that from Rock's point of view and also Sal's? Do you think he was asking too much? Do you think he's tripping by trying to put the death of his son Marco on Marvin's shoulders? Also, the reason why I'm asking is because I like the way Unique checked him too and stood up to him, just like, look, I'm not no snitch. This is not Marvin's fault. Marco's the one that fucked up the job, and he's trying to be like, well, it wouldn't happen if it wasn't, because here when he was talking to Marco, he say, my son would still be alive if he didn't go around me, if he would have went to me. He said that to Unique. He said that to Rock at the bowling alley. So, like, how do you feel about that?
I mean, that was his son's fault. Like, your son wasn't shit. I'm sorry. Your son, like, from what we hear, this wasn't Marco's first, rodeo. He had, done this, this side business, side hustle or whatever, taking odd jobs way before Marvin. Like, this just happened to be the one where things went astray and he died. Like, you can't take that out on my family. Now, this is what the mafia guys do. I wasn't surprised at the way he came at Rock. It did show a little bit of weakness. Like, don't sit here like he's not giving boss energy. We have, Cartier's slimy self giving more boss energy, than anybody. But for him to be who he is, I expected more. But I did want Rock to, practice a little, for less like, even though inside I'm screaming, like, how you gonna come to me and tell me you gonna kill my brother? Like, and I'm just supposed to sit and be okay with that. Like, okay, well, like, let's just leave it alone. But she reacted so like extra in that moment to where, like, before the night was over, we had, Jimmy over there trying to kill Marvin and shot Renee before they could get it in. Terrible.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It was terrible, but I love the whole situation. But I wasn't at all surprised with Unique, because Unique is grimy. He's a street dude, but he is very loyal. Right. And it's he represents those street politics. He's not into the Italian mafia and hey, you snitch is nothing, I'll owe you a favor type thing. Like, no, I'm from the South Side. We don't do all of that. I can't stand Rock, and if her stuff crumbles, of course that means there's room for me and what I want to do. But I'm not going to snitch. I still have to show my face around here. Right, I'm not going to do that.
Right on. I agree. I'm not saying that Unique like kind of came across as Sal's lapdog, but it did seem like earlier on that Sal had complete control over Unique, and Unique was just going to be like, okay, I got to do it. But that's clearly not the case here.
No, like, Rock is as was I don't know the man name at the table. Like, he already pointed out where Rock had all this control. Like, you allowed her to do this, and that. And then when he's talking to Unique, it's like, it wasn't, business or whatever when I brought her in on this because you said so, this, that. Yeah, you're allowing these outsiders to dictate what you're doing and how you're conducting your business. That is not boss, stuff. But these are not real mafia dudes. These are not the good fellas, and it's okay.
Right. And it's funny because Rock said that too at one point in time. Like, man, these ain't no real mafia dudes. These are just some wannabes. They're here filling up some space. Yada, yada, yada. I got a little tickle out of that. I got a little laugh. I found that interesting. And so, Sal, puffing with your chest. I'm not saying that you're weak, but you may not be as strong as we thought initially. Your son Marco and the other dude that shot Marco. Golly, y'all are some freaking morons.
The only advantage that they have is that it's more of them. That's about it.
Yeah. More of them. Now, let me ask you this: what since you brought up Cartier, before we talk about the scene, and we were just talking about Sal, if you had to pick, Tyra, and ladies, I want to know in the comment section too, would you rather go on a date with Cartier or Sal? Sal or Cartier? Tyra, who you got?
What kind of question is that?
A fun one. No, you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but I
hadn't even thought about that, but like, I don't want to go anywhere with Cartier, but I can't go anywhere with somebody calling. Like, I love how he asked Unique for a favor, and then you gonna use favor and mooly in the same senses. Like, you can't be walking around thinking Cartier is really slimy. Like, just off the strength of who Sal is, I would have to go with Cartier, but it would be real brief, and I would end that date like really abruptly.
Gotcha. So another character ended it abruptly in more than one way in this episode, but we're gonna get there. But this is I don't know. Was this forthcoming? I mean, we know how the episode ended, but it looked like when Famous came to the studio. And I gotta say, Famous was nervous as hell. Like, man, I got some important support is mad urgent right now. Kanan not near here. I know he at the crib. But how Cartier came in there talking about a fish and a rod and all of that, and I don't do charity, and he was, I'm gonna get thrown out. It looked like Lulu was a bit frustrated with the way Cartier was talking to Famous. Because I don't have an image of it, but he kind of gave him a side eye at the very end of the scene. And so I don't know, did you pick up anything there? Like, Lulu gonna have to knock his head off later, or was you oblivious?
Was rubbing them temples as soon as the scene started. It's like, oh God, this is too much. But this is all to blame for Lulu. Like, for my review from the last episode, or just the one before that, I was like, if you were gonna go to anybody for the rest of that money, why would you go to your sister? Why would you let this stranger, you don't know this man, you know of him, but you don't know him, come in on your business and think that he's just going to be a silent partner? He is never, the type of dude to be silent. At least Rock, she was going to talk her stuff and do the same, Rock stuff. You ain't, but she was, if that was going to be it and it was just going to be done and you could have had that money and moved on, the most she would have maybe tried to do was maybe run. Like, now you have a whole dude here not only dictating, the music with Say So, the Empire Star, the Star songs. And then you have him coming in, like, as soon as anybody, I don't care who you talking to, start talking about a fish and water, give a man a fish, just walk away. Yeah. just walk away. It's not going to be a good conversation. But I knew that was going to happen, and I knew that he would immediately regret taking that money and making him a silent partner. There's nothing silent about Cartier.
Gotcha. But they solved the problem. But we're gonna get there. Now, I have always talked about how fly Miss Patina Miller looks, Rock, and her outfits and stuff like that. However, when she is talking to Jukebox right here, I mean, she looks good on her outfit. But at the same time, I was just kind of saying to myself, God damn, like, you are loud as hell with this red on. Like, it's noon in the middle of the day. You're not going to no happy hour, the club, the bar. I don't know. I mean, this is not that big a deal, this scene right here, because they're just talking about how she was like, hey, Marvin told me what happened with your mom, that horrible pray your gateway abuse scene. And she was like,
it was a big scene, B.
I'm sorry?
I said I thought it was a big scene.
This scene right here?
Yeah.
Okay, well, talk about why is that? Go ahead.
Well, no, because I felt like Juke was really taking sides, because for her to stand after after this scene later on in the episode, we have her have that conversation with Kanan, like trying to feel him out, because here she's trying to feel like, have you talked to Kanan? What's going on? And she puts Rock above all fault. Like, I don't care what Kanan says. She's just, well, that's your mom. Like, oh, she would never. She just thinks she can do no wrong. But you have her stand there and say verbatim what Kanan said he was leaving for in the first place. Like, no matter what she does or what she says or how she moves in her life, she makes the excuse that, well, I'm doing this for my son. And she said it there, and like, it's like a light bulb came on for Juke. Like, wow, she really is saying this. Like, maybe there is something to what Kanan is saying, but she still like acts like she still like ignored it. Like, well, when you coming home type thing. Like, no, Rock is really foul, and I'm just wondering what's going to happen for maybe Juke to maybe give her the side eye, because she never does.
Okay, nice, good observation. Because I can't remember if it was this episode or the last episode where Juke and Kanan were talking in his bedroom, and he said the exact thing that you just said in the scenes. Just saying, it seems like she just makes the excuse that, hey, I'm just doing this for you, and it's nothing but lies and deceit, and that can be very damaging to anybody. And so, I don't know, this is the true origin story of these two, just really showing how they just like, I don't give a damn. It's us against the world. And I kind of can sympathize with them a bit, we haven't seen, just a bit, it's still got to be more to happen, but we're getting there. We're getting there. However, what I do like though, is we're still getting more about Malcolm, found out that he's trying to connect more with his Muslim faith, and taking Kanan with him to the facility. I forgot what's the name of the building.
It was like Maz, or it said something Islamic something in them, but it's he went to pray and Allah and all that other good stuff.
It started with an M, like mosque. I just couldn't think of the name, but I like this between them. Them getting along, them getting to know each other. I like everything that Malcolm said as well. Howard, just like, look, man, I don't know what to say to you, Kanan. I don't want to say too much, but at the same time, I'm not trying to give you the sour shoulder. And Kanan, like, man, I know you're my father. I didn't need no test to know that. This is gonna change a relationship between me, but more my mom. And Howard said, because Kanan asked him, hey, did my mom always know that you was my father? And he was like, I don't want to answer that. I think it should be, I think your mom should answer that. And I like that. That's the best way. That's the best way for him, to go about it, to just avoid as much strife as possible. And so how you feeling about their relationship and them getting to know each other, and how you think all this is gonna play out?
I loved it, but I was the devil on Malcolm's shoulder. I was like, yeah, like throw rock in the dirt. She always knew.
Really?
I was yelling like, Malcolm,
Oh,
this
okay.
is your chance. This is your get back. All them times she set up and lied in Kanan's face. All them times, you know, she ignored you when you was trying to tell your son, you know, she set you up to be murdered. I would have been like, yeah. Then she married Defcon, who was a front. He like, well, I would have laid everything out. I was like, I thought Malcolm, I was like, okay, well, he's growing.
You're stupid.
I was like, you know, he's growing. That's nice that he took, you know, the high road. He's very peaceful at this point. Like, no, I don't want to worry about that, or I don't even want to worry about you shooting me. Like, I just want us to move forward. I was like, that was very mature of Malcolm, because I would have taken that moment to go, your mama ain't shit.
Yeah, I got you. Your mama ain't shit. Your mama ain't shit. Your mama, your Brock, you ain't shit, ma. You, according to no, she is a bad person. She's not. But I'm not mad at you, Tara. I'm not mad at you for that.
Man, but no, Malcolm's doing really great though. Like, from all that pressure, that intensity that he was giving, like following him, you know, sitting outside the house and getting the call, like just popping out of bushes, like Michael Myers, like, hold up. He was just, you know, doing the most, but he had to realize, you know, something has to grow first before let him find and come to me and stop trying to force this to happen. So I'm proud of him, I guess.
Gotcha. Okay, nice, good stuff. Now, this gentleman right here, was this the same gentleman that when Cartier was in the restaurant at the table with Rock, that dude was walking up and they had a little back and forth, and it kind of got a little what's the word I'm looking for? Just, you know, they kind of was arguing, bickering back and forth, and then I guess off screen he beat him up in the bathroom. So Rock saw an opportunity, a window. She said it's dissension in the ranks. There's some strife between them, and she came through, and they actually made a deal. And I'm thinking that he's like, hey, I'm thinking that he's like saying, hey, your boy Cartier is he's not that nice. He's a mean bulldog, you know, under this behind the curtain, and I'm not going to do any deals with you until he's taken care of and out the picture. Is that what you're, you know? Okay. Okay. How you feel about him, by the way? It seemed like a completely different person in the daylight, but how you feeling about this whole scene?
I don't know. I'll be trying to look at him in the camera, but I just see, I'm like, is that a toupee sitting on his head? I don't know. Right. That just always, that distracts me. But I already knew that this was coming. I have been waiting episode after episode. I was like, how long are we going to have to sit and watch Rock, Kiki, and Cartier's face while he feels like, I knew she was plotting to take him out from the very beginning. I've just been waiting on it. Yes, it felt like it took so long. Like, there was no other reason to, because she's going to need more people to come at those Italians. You know, I see something going on. There's a rip. I'm going to have strength in my side. But he is not the type of dude to just lay down and just like, oh, okay, it is what it is. Like, no, you were going to have to kill him and take him out. And not only just that, like, he, you know, free of charge. I'm like, you're not even laying with this woman. I was actually waiting for that too. I was like, when is he going to try to come at her? Because he's not cheesing and smiling in her face and taking her to dinner for nothing. He's been giving out free game every single time they meet up about, you know, oh, this is how I'm moving, the shipments, the boxes, and the art. Like, he was just doing too much, as if she was just another random chick that he was, you know, going to smash and all. Like, no, this is a whole boss. He just didn't know who he was talking to. I've been waiting for her to kill Cartier for 3 episodes.
I think he knew who he was talking to, though. I think he knew. I think he knew that she wasn't just some. I think he knew that it would be a challenge. I think he had a strategy. It didn't work, but you know, because he tried to play the music and he tried to, you know, pull her close, and she was not having that. And I was laughing to myself because I didn't think it was going down from the beginning. I knew he was going to try. I knew he couldn't, you know. You called him slimy, and so I just knew. I was like, okay, he's gonna have to, you know, use his words, a lot of his words, and use his money. He's not just gonna be able to get it off sex appeal, you know. She shot him down, and it's funny. She giving him this dare stare, like, nigga, please, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just it's hilarious, baby. I don't gotta pay for the ass, you know what I'm saying? You know, it was funny. He's like, I want to help you in your business and help you.
I'm so glad he's gone. I don't have to hear his voice anymore. I just hated every second that he was on screen.
Yeah, it was kind of annoying. And she was like, you just doing all this because you want to fuck me. I was laughing because she just, you know, just put a stop in his tracks right there. But yeah, you know, so I don't know, ladies and gentlemen out there, that y'all think they was going to get it in right here, or you knew that she
Ugh,
was going to exit
please.
stage left and give him the like, nigga, are you serious? Look, and she's doing right now, so.
I thought that later on we might get like a Harlem Night situation where he's all loved up and feel like you better have a gun tucked under your pillow because she about to take you out and you
Yeah,
thought you was gonna get some. That's
yeah,
what I thought
yeah.
we were gonna do.
Yes, yes, yes. But I will say, who's my favorite character, Tyra? Do you know? Have we talked about
Marvin.
that? Yes. Marvin is that look you gave, that was cute too. The Marvin, yes. I'm loving Marvin. I'm loving all of this, trying to be a good daddy, trying to turn it around. And this is wonderful.
Mm.
Out of besides Marvin smashing Renee, I wanted Juke and Marvin to rekindle their relationship of father and daughter, and he's really, I mean, he's still about that life, but he's still trying to just turn over a new leaf. And I loved everything about this. I'm sorry what I did. I'm sorry what I didn't do. I want to do right for you and for everybody. You can't do right by me until you do right by yourself, Marvin. I thought it was
Oh yeah.
I thought it was great. I thought it was great. I don't know. You think Marvin's gonna die in front of her, like something tragic? What
I
what you think?
do. I do. Sadly, I do. I have been looking at Marvin sideways ever since he let old dude in a wheelchair get on the elevator. Like,
What?
there
Really?
is no. I love that about Marvin. I love to see him change and him trying to grow and project all that negative energy and anger somewhere else and apologize to Juke and rekindle the relationship. Be a real dad. I love all of that. But the life that they are in, there is like no room for that. There is no room for that. Like, it's like been going on for too long and it's too far gone. Like, just like, this episode, Rock expected him, if I tell you to go kill somebody, I expect you to go do that and let it be done and let's move on. But with him trying to like turn over a new leaf, he can't be this newly changed person. Like he always says, like every single episode, I feel like I'm fucked up, I'm messed up. He wants to be more than that and change. He can't be who he really wants to be if he's running around here every 2 seconds looking over his shoulder or killing somebody. So I'm like, well, I just feel like this is gonna go wrong, and the push that is gonna be for Juke is her losing Marvin when he finally starts to come around and be a dad, and it's just like I think we're gonna get that Juke that we met in Power. I just feel like we gonna lose Marvin.
Damn. I mean, we're most likely gonna lose them. I just don't want it to be just too tragic to where it's like right in front of Juke, and it's like some New Jack City where he just like taking bullets and oh god, that would be awful. That would be awful. That would be awful. Now I don't remember this guy right here. Is this the dude is this the dude that pulled a gun on Kanan and took the necklace a couple of
Yeah,
episodes ago
Freddie.
outside? Okay. I couldn't remember his name. Famous got that Tommy Hilfiger on. That's crazy. We all used to wear that or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But okay. I couldn't remember that, and I like how Kanan was like, "Yo, nigga, what's up? Get on my face." I like that. I like that. We kind of already talked about. Oh, those pictures are out of order. Yeah, this is where the siblings are coming together and they talking about how they don't have enough manpower and all that stuff. You think they're going to go to war? Is that something you want to see? All the people. You think that's going to happen?
Oh
Like
yeah,
the
I don't think it's nothing. Of course I don't want that to happen because somebody might get hurt, but that's where we're going. Like both of them have, attempted. They were successful at killing Jimmy. Like they are definitely going to come at them, and we're just going to see what happens. Like I'm very interested to see how they go down because, like Lulu keeps saying, even from the day that they had their first meetup, these Italians run deep. We don't have enough people.
Right. How did you feel about the whole Palomar situation with Kanan and famous and then Rock coming and throwing up the hey, stay away from my son, I'm gonna blast your head off. Later on in the episode, Kanan and Juke were, I guess, at the mall, and she was like, it's still rape, Kanan, even if it's the woman older and all of that. And famous is there too. Because he's in bed and he goes to, what is her name? It starts with the K.
Corinne.
Corinne, yeah. He's trying to get the gun, and he's like, "Your mom's a hoe anyway, so why are you protecting her?" He said something negative. I don't think he said a hoe, but he said your mom ain't shit or something. So how you feeling about the whole gun thing, Palomar, Korean, all of that, because that was kind of gross for a grown woman to
Yeah,
do all
I've
that.
been like real sick of my dusty comments. Like, man, no, Kanan, no, it's not okay.
Yeah,
Palomar is a whole pedophile, and she
yeah,
needs to go sit down somewhere. Like they said, like this isn't, I just saw like, no, you repeatedly do this type of things and target young dudes around the neighborhood. Like, she needs to go to jail. Like, I had no problem. I have a problem with Rock trying to pick and choose when she wants her son to be her son and be a man, or you're a little boy here, and now I need you to step up. But the way that she approached Palomar and said, I'll shoot you where you stand, I would do the same thing. Get away from my
yeah.
son. Like, I had no problem with that. I was actually glad that we have not seen Palomar anymore. And I'm glad that I'm like, is that it? Are we not going to see her at all? Because Kanan is like right next door. So there's so much open opportunity for, whatever to go down and him go run into Palomar. I don't know. But I'm glad that she's out the picture for now. But I think it's sick. I
Yeah,
think it's sick, and I hated to see him like he couldn't even blink. I think that was episode 7. She just sex and all. I'm like, get off of that little boy. That's a
yeah.
little boy. I don't care what how old Kanan is. That's still a little boy. That's somebody's son, somebody's child. Go get you a real man. She don't know how to do that. She needs to go to jail. B.
Yeah. And I'm gonna come back to that, but let me know. To me, a scene that it's just not needed. I don't know where they're gonna go with this. Is Nicole's dad trying to pin this on Burke? I don't. I mean, I don't know. It's not. I'm glad that she's not want to talk to cops, especially talk to cops, to talk to other cops, which she said. But what's the end game here? Like, do we care? Like, what do you think about this? Because I don't.
I knew that there was some ulterior motive for him to meet up, and he just all of a sudden wants to tape. I knew he wanted something, and once we saw Malcolm go in, I didn't know, the connection there. But clearly, he's trying to have something in his back pocket to take Shannon down, or Detective Burke, because she's investigating him. But he needs Juke to corroborate a story that Shannon was given. Like, they just refuse to believe that Nicole took and had them drugs all by herself, which she did. And they just need to move on. I don't think anything will come from this, because we know Juke is not about to talk to anybody,
Right.
especially some cops. So I think that's just going to be that. I think what's really going to come from this is whatever Malcolm thought he had, like, oh, we're going to make this happen, because I don't know if he thought that this was going to be pending on what Juke was going to do. Juke is not going to come through, so Sam is still walking around. What's going to happen now? Like, nothing faltered. Like, he tried to, get Sam knocked off and get this in the back pocket for somebody to go, oh, this is, what Shannon has been doing. She needs to be taken off the job. Don't trust anything she says. But everything has fell through, and she's still walking around with the information that Kanan might be the person who shot him.
Yeah, and since you just said that Sam was walking around, that's one of the things that Rock and the Lulu and Marvin was talking about at the table, is that they're going to have to buy Sam off or cash him out, and that's this next scene right here. And I just wish this brother would have listened to him.
Who was going to buy Sam off? That is not what I got from that scene.
that's what Rock said.
I thought it was like, take him out, killing him right there on the spot. And Marvin made the decision to go, I'm not comfortable with that. Like, I don't want to kill anybody anymore. I'm going to, put him on the bus and tell him to get out of town. And next time I see you, I thought that's, maybe I missed it, but I didn't. I thought Rock had every intent of, kill Sam, and he needs to be out before he, becomes a whole informant.
Well, I mean, she did say cash out. She wouldn't mind saying kill or take out or. I mean, you may be right. You may be right.
I don't know. Drop it in the comments.
Yeah. Let us know because I didn't. I mean, maybe they have a system to where, hey, if somebody kind of just how they pay off the people to live in the building so they don't snitch. Let us run our drugs through here. We'll buy you groceries and mop up the piss, all that stuff. I don't think she ordered him to kill him, but I could be wrong. But one of the things earlier when we started this recap, Tyrone, this review, I said that, I liked the episode, but there was still some things that frustrated me. The fast forwarding through the death of Renee, also the hitter that shot Renee, but also this right here, Famous pulling a gun on your boy. And what was the dude's name that he killed again?
Freddie.
Freddie. I don't like Freddie, but I still do not want a body on Famous. And look at he was all nervous and scared. I mean, of course you're gonna look like that. You shooting somebody, but I was pissed off by this. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. And then the door creeps open at the end. It's it was just I would have rather I don't mind Famous killing somebody, but the reason why you're killing somebody, if somebody's trying to rob him, it's self-defense or something. But this bothered the hell out of me, and I was it put a bad taste in my mouth. It's turning Kanan into a monster, but I can't just get on board with him no more. You just even if Freddie is an asshole, but Freddie did pull a gun on them earlier. I don't know. How you feel?
Uh, I just don't know what's going on with Famous's character at all. Like, first of all, if you're gonna go rob somebody, you're gonna go rob somebody who knows your voice in your face. Okay. Right. That just it didn't the motivation he has, like, I'm not being homeless again. From the last episode, I was definitely gearing up this episode for Famous to be found out to be on some drugs, be smoking crack. I thought that's where we were going. Like, they made him look so suspicious and jittery and why you not at school and what you doing in my bag. Like he was, scouring for extra money for some crack rock. I don't know what was happening. But that's what I was gearing up from. But we switched to here to where he is all together. Because Kanan went and knocked on his door and he was nowhere to be found. And that's why he had to, sleep at Malcolm. So it's just like they made him look one way last episode, and now this episode he is killing somebody. So I was like, oh, so what's exactly going on with him? Like, is this an extension of the drugs? Is he acting irrational? Like, I don't know what's going on with him, but I didn't expect that. But if you're gonna try to be a stick up kid, can you not go to somebody who knows you? That was weird.
Yeah.
Like Freddie's a different breed. Freddie just roll up, no mask on, give me anything. Like he didn't care. But the way it just, I don't know, the crime didn't match, what it was for. Like I didn't understand.
I didn't understand either. It was I just didn't really care for it. I wonder who the neighbor is though that heard all this, because they heard the dude say Famous. They heard the name, even and again we got to remember that it's Palomar's gun, and so this is going to be interesting to see how this plays out right here. Now I did like the scene I spoke of briefly earlier between Juke and Kanan, and them realizing that everybody's full of crap. Everybody lies to us all the time, and we don't like it at all. And so it was something I said earlier. Oh yeah, she's talking about rape, and all that. I was also, they kind of cut away laughing at Bert, because the homeless lady called her a bitch, but yeah, I mean, do you have any other commentary on this conversation between them two?
Well, I was glad that they spoke on the situation between Malcolm and Rock, even though she was using that in her favor. Like, you can't trust your dad either. Like, he's kind of doing, what Palomar was doing with you. And I don't think I ever really considered the fact that I think I forgot how young Rock was and how old he was undercover. So it's like, yeah, he was low key, like, being predatory. And he just doesn't understand how that coincides with Palomar. Like, she's a predator, and I'm glad Juke brought that to his attention. But don't try to use that to go, see, like, come on home. At least you got. I love when Juke was all casual. He was like, she set me up to kill my father. How could she do that? I mean, well, at least you got a dad now.
Right. That's crazy.
So casual because Rock can do no wrong. But I was glad that they had that open conversation about that being wrong.
Yeah. I got you. Me too. Good stuff. And yeah, we here right now. We talked about it earlier, the cash out. And I was like, yeah, Sam is gonna get out of there, and got him a nice little bag, got him some Lunchables and all of that. He gonna go set up somewhere else. Gave him a big wad of cash. How much you think that was in that cash? Well, $5,000, $10,000. How much you think?
I think it's about $5,000. It looked real thick.
Yeah, but I mean, Sam, damn brother, what was your connection to where you at? Why couldn't you just stay on the bus and keep going?
What
do you mean, what?
What is my stump? How connected he is to that hood. Like, this is where he thrives. This is his stomping ground. I know right where to go to get my drugs. And I got a wad of cash. I'm going to my spot. Like, you really thought I was just I didn't like, but I was more so surprised because I say that I felt like she wanted him to just get canceled, get killed, because Marvin was acting like it was his personal decision to go. I feel like it's the right thing to do to put you on this bus and, have you sent. Like, the next time I see you, I have to kill you. I thought it was like, well, Rock said that I should do this, but with how I'm trying to change my life, it just doesn't feel right. So I'm going to put him on a bus and give him this money. He's like looking over his shoulder as if, it's his personal decision to do this. And once again, we have a situation where Marvin was told to do one thing. You know, he's the mess up of the family. So I thought it was that, and it's just like, man, Marvin, you had one job, and this one thing that you couldn't accomplish. This may be the downfall of a whole lot if Burke just happens to roll up on him again.
Oh, Sam. I wanted him to make it, man. I don't know. I'm just thinking like you make sense as like he's familiar with the area and all that. That's a stomping ground. But if somebody says, if you come back, I'm gonna have to put you down. I don't want to do it, but I'm gonna have to do it. Hey, you don't got to tell me twice, brother. Peace.
No, he's thinking with his drug brain. I have a wad of money.
Thinking with the drug brain. Yeah, that's too bad right there. But so Sam, hopefully we gonna make it, man. But we're gonna see. But somebody that did not make it was this man right here. Soon as they cut to the scene, I was like, this man is dead. He is not gonna make it. I didn't know who was gonna kill him, but I knew he was dead. I knew he wasn't gonna make it out of there. And damn, ain't nobody loyal or nothing. How much money did they have to give this brother? They're coming up. He coming up. And he just all cocky and just, I'm gonna smoke my cigar. You knew he was dead, with 50 narrating and all that stuff. And I don't know, he kind of looked like he knew what was going on when he looked at the elevator door, but yeah, he knew he was dead. He got that look on his face, and that's why he was talking shit, talking about fuck you, bitch, and fuck your family. Oh, God damn it. Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
I followed and I can't get up.
Right. Also, when Rock, after they both shot him, and then Rock walked up and shot him in the head, she looked at Lulu. Did she look at Lulu like, I need you to shoot him again, so this is not all on me? Is that what you got out of there? So
put your name, put your blood. This is some blood on your hands too. Lulu has spent so much time being in the studio, being distant, and this is kind of like, prove yourself, prove your loyalty, prove you're still down. We ain't finna keep fun in this studio, and you just over there making beats and songs. You have to get your hands dirty too. Shoot him, he already dead, but shoot him anyway.
Right. And he got like 2 or 3 to the chest, 1 in the head, and just another one just because.
But I love when he said, like, y'all don't need, what is this? Like, y'all rolling up like you're accomplishing something, whatever. Y'all about to kill me, but y'all don't even trust each other. Like, y'all don't even trust each other. Like, this is doomed to fail anyway.
What did that mean? What did that mean?
Like, he knows, like, the fact that, which I guess, I don't know. Rock was looking at the table when she asked him, did he hear anything about Camacho? And he's just like, nah, anybody could have did it. I'm wondering if she knows he did it. And I just didn't see the point of Lulu continuing to keep it a secret that he killed Camacho. Like, you've already been secretive enough. But if you're keeping that a secret, then that means that Rock doesn't know that you went into business or whatever with him. And it's just like, well, you trying to, kill me with your brother. I was working with your brother. He didn't come to you. He came to me. Y'all don't even trust each other.
I'm not mad that Cartier is dead. Cartier is dead, but at the same time, I did say Cartier. I did say that. But I didn't want him to die yet. I'm not. I wanted to see how crazy he could get, how ruthless, how sinister, how dominant, how dangerous he could get. He had Lulu with the vice grip. Because when Lulu went to him, is like you just said initially a number of episodes ago, I was saying to myself, this is not going to end well. Yeah. Cartier is going to flex. And I wanted to see it, but we didn't get to see that. So it's cool that this is unexpected, but at the same time, while I wasn't in love with this character, I still wanted a little bit more from him, just to see, because earlier that dude that had the toupee on his head was like, he was talking about Rock. He said Rock. He didn't say Rock. He called it the B word. But he was like, she may even have colder blood than Cartier. And I wanted to see how cold his blood was. But, we're not, because he's dead and shot in the head.
We still have Cesar.
Cesar.
The singer.
Oh, yes. I was just about to ask you, how do you feel about her?
Oh, I don't trust her as far as I can throw her.
Yeah. Does she look like she's on drugs, too? Like, lately she has been. Not in the beginning of when she first popped up, but the last episode, her eyes were not appealing to me.
No, she just always looks like she needs a hobby. Like she's used to somebody doting on her and constantly, I guess, wanting to have sex. She just needs something to do. She needs she needs a job.
I can't believe you said that.
She needs a freaking job. Like that's all. Like what we doing? Like nothing, girl. Go take a walk. Like she's not doing nothing.
Oh my God.
But she. She
What was
had
the word you used? She's used to somebody doting on her. What was the
like
word?
no, like doting, like giving her constant
Gotcha,
affection. Like
gotcha.
tell me I'm pretty. Like girl,
Yeah,
please, girl, I'm trying to make a record. Don't nobody
right, right,
get
right.
away from me. Like she's used to
Gotcha,
that.
gotcha,
But with her
gotcha.
connection or whatever she thought she had with Cartier, or she's just so calm around Lulu's behavior. It just makes me wonder about her character and what she's seen and who she's connected to. I don't trust her.
Gotcha. Me neither. Me neither. But Tyra, what do we leave out? What are some important plot points, story details, characters that we didn't go over that I possibly missed that you want to talk about? What did we not go over, man? Can you think of anything? Let's
Like
see. Do 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 do. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. I would.
I
Okay.
think
Okay.
because it went so quickly. I think we all kind of thought we were going to spend some more lingering time on Renee's death or Marvin's situation, but it was like cut and dry, like right in the beginning. So from
Yeah.
that point on, it was just like dealing with retaliation and just Malcolm and Shannon's situation. But other than that, like that was pretty much it.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, yeah, that's the episode, guys. You know, Dean Osaka and all that. That's the credits right there. And so, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want to thank you so much for tuning in to our Power Book 3 Raising Kanan Season 2, Episode 9 recap titled Antitrust. It was a pretty decent episode, even though I was frustrated with a few points of them rushing over everything. Tara, before we head out of here,
Mhm.
why don't you let the good people know what you have going on your channel right now, what they can look forward to, watch, whatever. Let us know.
Oh, watch everything. Watch everything. The Atlanta reviews on my channel are popping. Those are a good time. Be sure to check out my brand new review of the Halloween Ends movie. Check out my Blonde review. Of course, Dahmer is always relevant and popping at this time. Go check out my Dahmer review, all that good
Yes.
stuff. It's just so much stuff there, and it's always something really good coming up. I should have a trailer reaction up for the new trailer for House Party, and also this episode here for Raising Kanan. So much.
Right on, right on, right on. Thank you, Tyra. Yeah, your Dahmer is it's doing quite 21K and Blonde. I missed it, but I may do Blonde later on this year. I'm gonna pack that in with something else. But yeah, y'all, her Atlanta videos are really entertaining as well. So make sure you check that out. Over on my channel, I have my Megan trailer reaction. Also have my House Party trailer reaction. I've wrapped on She-Hulk. So if you want to check that out, you can. My Atlanta views suck, but that's okay. I still make videos for them. And so if you want to check out my episode 6, you can. Also have my Halloween's out of the theater reaction and my Halloween ends movie review. I may do a spoiler review tomorrow with Tanya with my movie news roundup show, or I may do it tonight right after this. I don't know. We'll just have to see. However, there is a show that just debuted on Netflix called The Watcher. It is based on a true story. And this is what it looks like right here. That's not what it looks like. This is right here on IMDb. It's 7 episodes. I finished watching those and I shot my review. So by the time you see this video, my review for The Watcher will be up on the channel. And so if you want to check out my review, please do, please do, please do. And also I'm gonna try to check out that new Marlon Wayans movie. That's on Netflix as well. I know it's silly and stupid,
I
but I
watched it with the kids last night.
really okay. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna watch that tonight before I go to bed. And also I think I'm gonna be going live tomorrow as well. I may do 2 lives tomorrow. My moving this roundup show and the season finale for the Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power. We finally get to see a wizard and who Sauron is. Yes, yes, yes. So, guys, again, I just want to thank you all so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that I'm B. Avery. That's Tyra. That's just our opinion. Peace out. And we'll see you next time.